We must get to the World Cup. And before we can get to the World Cup, we need to win a match against Burkina Faso on Saturday. By special grace of God, with the hard work we are putting into the practice, we should be able to, or we will get it done here.
All right, so let's talk some Nigerian women's football. We got a couple of topics to talk about in this one. First, we got the Flamingos of Nigeria, Nigeria's under 17 squad. They got a match tomorrow. Then we're also going to be talking about the French women's top flight. The playoffs in the French women's top flight starts tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about that because we definitely got more than a couple of players involved in that playoff. So we're going to be talking about that in this video. But first of all, of course, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So let's start with the Flamingos. The Flamingos are in the third round of the women's the under 17 women's World Cup qualifiers. Of course, they got past the Central African Republic in the previous round, 12-0 on aggregate, 6-0, 6-0. Really easy in that situation. Now they take on Burkina Faso in the third round, and the first leg will be played tomorrow, the second leg next Saturday, and the match is going to be starting 5 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow. It will not be hosted in Burkina Faso. This match will be hosted in Mali. Something to do with CAF not approving the stadium in Burkina Faso, so they're going to be playing this one in Mali. And it's going to be at the 26th of March stadium in Bamako, Mali. Not too sure if the match is going to be televised, but of course we play it by ear. And if anything comes up, definitely we'll be letting you guys know. And moving on, we're going to be talking about this playoffs and the French women's top flight. So the French women's top flight, now they got a playoff to end everything. Instead of just going by the league table, they're going to take the top 4 teams in the league into the playoffs. The number 1 team plays the 4th place team. The second and the third play. The winners of each match go into the final, and the winner of that match is the champion of the league. So kind of fun right there. I mean, if I'm a team like Lyon or even PSG, I'm not thinking it's that fun because you had a big lead over these teams, and now all of a sudden with 1 or 2 matches they can just take that from you and win the league. So that's kind of crazy right there. You look at the schedule, you got Paris FC taking on PSG. That match is going to be played tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Then you got Lyon taking on Stade Rennes, and that match is going to be played on Sunday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Winner of both matches will meet in the final, which will be played next Friday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Third place match will be played on Friday, also 5 p.m. Nigerian time. So this is kind of fun right here. You got Paris FC taking on PSG. In my opinion, I feel like Paris FC has a good chance to win that game if they can just get their confidence right, because they play those 2 top teams pretty good every time, but they just lack something. Is it confidence? I don't know exactly what it is, but those teams just find a way to get to another gear and defeat them every time. But I feel like Paris FC is a sleeper cell in this situation. They can really, wiggle their way into the final, and somehow, some way, you get to a penalty shootout. You got Chiamaka Nnadozie in goal. You got a chance there to win that trophy at the end of the day. So this is kind of crazy right here. I kind of like it. It kind of brings a little evenness. Even though you did your thing through the season, you still got to come see me in the playoffs. I kind of like that. The second match, of course, we said it on Sunday, 4 p.m. Lyon taking on Stade Rennes. And Stade Rennes, they basically snuck into the competition. Got in on the last day. They were they were behind the 4th place team. And on the last day, that team lost, and they won. they defeated PSG, which is really a tough matchup right there. They defeated PSG 2-1. PSG rested some players, but hey, who cares? We defeated you 2-1, and that's how they got into the showcase. And that's where we got our young Super Falcons players. Not really young players, because we got a player that's really doing a thing over there in Tosin, Demehin, a starter for the team. And you also got Rofiat Imuran. If we're looking at it truly this season, she's probably one of their players of the season. Rofiat Imuran, 6 goals scored, and most of those goals were scored against big teams. She scored against Lyon, she scored against PSG. I'm thinking she scored against Paris. Yes, she did. She scored twice against Paris FC. Chiamaka was not in goal. So that's a crazy season by itself. You could just take those goals right there. That's a crazy season. And I'm expecting somebody to come try to scoop up Rofiat Imuran probably at the end of the season. People are talking about Chiamaka leaving. I'm not sure of that, because she's been getting so much better at that club, and the club looks like it's improving. So I don't know if I would advise her to leave Paris FC. But back to the match I'm talking about, Lyon, Stade Reims. I don't think Tosin Demehin is going to be playing. She missed the last few matches. She's been injured. I don't know if she's going to be back in time for that game, which will be played on Sunday. So that's pretty close. Not too sure if she's going to be making that. And Flourish Sabastine, not much playing time this season. And I wouldn't blame her much for that, because if you go back to last season, Rofiat Imuran didn't play until like the ending of the season. And you got to think about it. Flourish didn't start at the beginning of this season. She kind of started like not midway, but like maybe a quarter into the season. So I mean, she has time. We've seen what the coach has done with 2 different players. You got Tosin Demehin, who got right into the team. Rofiat Imuran, who had to sit, who had to even change her position to get some playing time. But at the end of the day, it worked out for these 2 players. So we're hoping that Flourish Sabastine can also get into that type of situation, hopefully by next season. Of course, she's still under 20. She's going to be at the under 20 World Cup. So this kind of works out for her. She just needs to keep working, and I have no problems with her. But back to this match, Lyon, Stade Reims. Let me know your thoughts, your opinion, your predictions for these 2 matches. PSG, Paris FC, Lyon, Stade Reims. Of course, I'm going with the Nigerian teams. I feel like Chiamaka Nnadozie, if she's healthy, if she plays the match against PSG, and if her teammates come to the party, because her teammates are really good. People keep on underrating Paris FC, thinking it's only Chiamaka. I know we're Nigerians. We're going to hype up our girl, but Paris FC is a good team. I said this, you go back to the match against Wolfsburg, in the Champions League qualifiers. Chiamaka didn't have a good one in the first one, and we saw her teammates basically carried her. And in the next match, when she was there, it was like nothing you could do. And you can even go back to the Arsenal matchup and how the team played. This is a really good team, and I feel like they can get the job done if they have the right confidence going into these games. And they can't just sleep on a lead. If they score 1 goal, they got to keep on playing, because I see sometimes they go to sleep. And you know, a match that you're not even allowing a team to have any attack, all of a sudden they've scored 3 goals and you're down. But you also have to look at PSG. They had Lyon down in the Champions League. They had everything figured out. They had Lyon down. So that loss right there is going to come back to play in your mind. It's going to eat you alive. And it could come into play in this matchup right here against Paris FC. But like I said, hopefully Chiamaka Nnadozie is healthy for this one. And I'm picking Paris FC to defeat PSG and get into the final, meaning kind of clinching a Champions League ticket. They say the top 3 teams get a Champions League ticket. So Stade Reims versus Lyon. I feel like Reims is a good matchup for Lyon. They've played them well all season. I'm going with Reims, but this is kind of with my heart. The other one is with my head, what I've seen from Paris FC, blah, blah, blah. But with this one, it's kind of with my heart. I believe they got something, but they're going to need a great day to beat Lyon. Lyon is a power in Europe, so they're going to need a great day. But if any team can really beat this team outside of the Barcelonas or even the PSGs and Paris FC, I think Rennes was one of those smaller teams that can really give them trouble. They got a whole bunch of athletic girls on the pitch, and they just give them trouble every time they play. Every time, even though Lyon wins, they know in their heart, like, oh, we played a tough match right here. So, yeah, that's it right there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, the Flamingos of Nigeria taking on Burkina Faso tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Match will be played in Bamako, Mali. And these matches we just talked about. And of course, we're going to be trying to recap on all these situations right here. Please don't forget to like and share this video. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.